Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Is climate change is really a issue? Climate change is one of the most critical but unfortunately most controversial issue in the present day world. Regarding this, there are two schools of thoughts, one believing in its reality and the other not. However, there is ample evidence to support the former. Climate change sometimes used interchangeably with global warming refer to long-term changes in climate, particularly the rise in average surface temperature of the earth, mostly due to the quantity of the carbon dioxide in atmosphere. This quantity of carbon dioxide is due mainly to the burning of fossil fuels. The human activities have intensified the climate change issue, which poses an existential threat to the earth and those living on it. The environment is quickly carrying towards a breaking point from which we can never turn back, no matter where you live or how high your socio-economic status. Climate change can endanger your health, both physical and mental, now and in the future. Climate change is really happening. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, the leading body of the United Nations for the assessment of climate change. The changing pattern of rainfall, floods, and temperature rise, which we some indicators of climate change. Climate change is often discussed by environmental campaigners or renewable energy investors as a future threat or a long-term business opportunity. The reality is that climate change is costing lives right now, and it is a humanitarian crisis as well as an environmental one. It's time we all started treating it as such to increase the speed of policy changes in this crucial area. Whether the earth becomes 1 degree hotter means very little to the average person, but we an extra degree actually means is environmental chaos, lives in danger, and families uprooted. The reality is that people are dying at the hand of climate change right now, and yet we hear very little about the climate body count, which is currently 150,000 annually and may double in a decade. Climate change is therefore clearly a humanitarian issue, and we must present it as such so that it has the required impact and influence policy shifts based on popular concerns. In the Pakistan, one of the world's fifth most vulnerable country to climate change. Indeed, its green policies and other environmental protection measures such as billion tree tsunami projects are headed in the right direction. However, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor CPEC, the game changer for Pakistan dwindling economy, might have possible environmental risks and repercussions as 3/4 of energy under the CPEC energy projects. There are major contributors to CPEC emissions which ultimately lead to climate change. Here, one thing more, it is pertinent to differentiate between weather and climate. Weather, which one experiences on a daily basis, instead of climate, which is defined by long-term averages of climate metrics. Moreover, climate change does not mean that every day will be warmer or cold days will not happen. It means warmer days are now likely to occur. Human activities, especially the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the pace of natural changes in climate. Resultantly, the kind of changes that would normally happen over hundreds of thousands of years are happening in decades now. The rise in global temperature lead to rapid melting of ice sheet, the satellite mirroring the Antarctica show the rapid loss of ice. Scientists project that if the present trends persist, the Arctic could be ice-free in summer by 2040. Similarly, in a recent study, scientists have concluded that the melting of Greenland ice cap has gone so far that it is now irreversible, with snowfall no longer able to compensate for the loss of ice, even if the global warming were to end today. Thank you very much. Assalamu